project, you're going to need a slab of water-based clay. Cut around some sort of round object. You don't want it too thick. I just used a rolling pin to get the perfect thickness. Then you're going to plan out where your features are going to go. Sketch out an X with the eyes being a little bit higher than the middle and the nose going down the center. You're going to make little impressions where your thumbs go, where that's where the eyes are going to go, and your nose is just a little coil. It's narrower at the top and wider at the bottom. Two little spheres will make the nostrils, score and slip everything into place. And you're going to create a brow ridge by adding a nice coil along the top. Now, before you add that brow in, I would recommend smoothing everything and creating the nostrils. This is a super important step that really adds a lot of life to this. And add that brow in. And you're going to spend a lot of time refining it, so don't worry if you see some marks. For the eyes, take one sphere and cut it in half, and then fit those spheres into your eye sockets. For the eye lids, upper and lower, it is a flattened coil that you score and slip into place. You want to try to make it even, so I tend to work on one eye and then work on the other, and make adjustments as I go. And again, leaving smoothing until necessary. Now the mouth, it's just a little tiny coil that is fatter in the middle and thinner on the ends. And you're going to blend it up, create that divot that heads up to your nose. And then the lower lip is generally smaller than the upper lip. In this case, I'm narrowing it back as I go. And you're going to blend. I added a little volume onto the chin, because at first I thought I was going to make a moon, and then I ended up making a sun. So I'm just going to spend a lot of time smoothing, and I feel like things are a little off center, so you'll see me adjusting the nose. I'm going to add some volume around the eyes so they don't look like I just added them on out of nowhere. So I'm going to add some clay underneath the eye and on top of the eye. I'm going to add little flattened spheres for cheeks. There I go with the volume above the eye. It just tends to make the eye look a little more lifelike. I'm not going for realism necessarily. I just want the suggestion of realism. So I will maintain those eyelids. You'll notice that the eyelid looks like it could just shut over that eye. That's what I'm looking for, is that idea that it would just shut if it wanted to. And the rest of it blends in and I end up trying to make it look as natural as possible. I'm adding as many details. There come those smile lines again, those wrinkles, and peeling away extra bits of clay if I don't need them. Now, you can, in this case, I added on lots of extra flattened coils to make the sun, and I'm blending it in on the back, and I added my stamp to it. And I'm going to spend a lot of time blending it. Now that is the hook. That's nichrome wire, a combination of nickel and chrome, high fire wire. And I put that little hook in the back. I make sure it's up at the center and it's kind of flush to the back. Now I'm going in and adding in some extra details, making it look as good as possible. And the clay was super wet, so I actually finished this off the next day because it was so wet.